Hello friends, I'm back with another video. If you're new here, I'm Laura and my art name is tomatoillustrates and I'm a mixed media artist. I do all sorts of different videos, mainly to do with sketchbooks and painting and just like some general tips and tricks and stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you hit the follow button and subscribe. So yeah, today I'm gonna be reviewing the 90 set from Arrtx. Thank you to Arrtx for sending me these. And yeah, so I'm just unboxing them. I'm not going to do swatches because it always takes a long time, so I did them off the screen, but I'll make a short if you are interested to see the colours more up close. But yeah, as you can see, it had a lot of packaging this time around and none of the corners were damaged. Usually some of the boxes arrive in the post a little bit damaged or like the corners a little bit scuffed up, but as you can see, this one had a lot of material wrapped around. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, the package looks absolutely lovely, not a single thing wrong with it, and to be fair, the materials I can use for something else, so that's not a worry either. So yeah, look at all of these colors. So this is the 90 set and it's got the most lovely colors. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a wonderful selection. I've used them like a few times and yeah, I'm absolutely in love with these markers. I'm going to be using the Arttx A4 sketchbook. I also got this sent by Arttx when I was reviewing their SimTap markers. You can watch that video here. And yeah, you just saw I did some swatches and I used the extra stickers to just stick on the page itself so that I didn't have to write all the numbers out instead. And yeah, so I asked on Instagram some prompts and like some emojis and like anything that people wanted to give me to draw or paint. I didn't really have anything specific in mind, so I just asked very generally. And so I did get some really nice like suggestions, so I went ahead and used some of those. So the first one that I was drawn to was a puffin. So I've never drawn a puffin before, so this was my first time and I wanted to experiment and see what I can do with it. And I just started going in and I picked up mainly like these like purpley tones, like purpley grey tones. I don't know, it just felt right. I wasn't really thinking anything specific in my mind. I wasn't trying to copy the image or anything like that. So yeah, it just came super natural and just very flowy and just kind of random at the same time. But yeah, you can definitely see how juicy these markers are. I mean, Arrtx never really disappoints me specifically. I'm not sure about anybody else, but yeah, I love Arrtx products. I love their markers. I can't fault them. They seem very consistent. I mean, some of the colors are a little bit less juicy as others, but I think that's a little bit expected. I feel like every marker brand has those effects sometimes. Some are a bit more like thicker than others, which I don't know if that's really a big fault. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all, so I don't know, it's just like a thing to note. But yeah, the way that I use these markers, I mainly just layer them. I find it a little bit difficult for myself to blend because I'm not patient enough. So like you have to work very quickly and I just don't have the patience for that. So I kind of just layer and hope for the best. This green for the grassy bit is my favorite in this set. I don't know what it is about it. I think I don't know. It's just like super like light and like just the color of it. I don't know. I really love that like grey green color. So yeah, you can see the swatches a bit more closer. I'm also showing you the old versus new. So what I did was I swatched some of the old sets that I have, and I used the same exact color, same exact number, and I just swatched them side by side, and some of them do appear different. Mostly the old sets are a little bit darker in saturation than the new set, which I found very interesting. I don't know whether it's because the old set that I have is already older, so maybe some of the pigment has been, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Like, the new set is a little bit more milky in a sense. I've always noticed this about acrylic markers, that they're very like milky. They don't really have like this full saturation. It almost seems like they have like a white base and then the pigment is added, so that like maybe so that it appears a lot more bright and has a lot more like opacity. But then again, I could be wrong. But yeah, I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I mean, the colors are lovely by themselves. You don't really need other sets to use this. I mean, 90 colors is so many and they go so well together. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this set. So this next drawing that I'm doing is another suggestion. It was of a thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger. So I love this animal. I've done studies of him before for uni. Actually, I remember we had like this date poster project thing, and I was trying to figure out what dates to like base a poster on and things like that, and I actually started focusing on the endangered species and stuff that's like happened like in history, and like what animals have gone extinct and things like that. So the thylacine was one of them. I was I did some drawings and sketches of him before, so I have drawn the Tasmanian tiger before, and I don't know, it just felt right. I wanted to do something cute and like very wholesome, so I think this one turned out really, really sweet. I kind of painted him in like this cutesy, like sleepy way. I found this reference on Unsplash, which is a free site. If you haven't heard of it before, you can use any photo on there for free. It's copyright free, so you can use all the references that you need, which is absolutely brilliant. And I saw this picture on there of this wolf sleeping in like this mossy forest, and I wanted to use that and draw this thylacine instead. Of course, I also added some mushrooms. I've been doing a lot of mushroom drawings recently, and I don't know, I just love mushrooms. Especially this season as well. I mean, it's coming close to autumn now. I don't know if anybody but like thinks of September as autumn already, but technically I think it's classed as summer still, because I think it's the autumn equinox that hasn't reached yet. It's obviously to do with the moon and stuff, and yeah, so I don't know, I do think closer to the end of September is probably coming to autumn. But yeah, I had another suggestion. I chose to do a little whale. I wanted to experiment with the colours, as you saw for the puffin. I did like these bluey greys and like purples, so I wanted to do the Tasmanian tiger with the oranges and like the brown tones to like test all the colours, or as many colours that I could. And yeah, and then for the whale it was perfect. I could do this blue theme and see how it goes. And yeah, I'm not really experienced in drawing whales. I find it quite difficult actually, but they're super fun. I see artists on here and Instagram drawing whales all the time, and yeah, I had this suggestion and I thought I'd try it out myself. And in the end, I'm happy how it turned out. Super like abstract. I like the little strokes and like the shapes and stuff. I think it turned out pretty sweet. And then for this drawing, I think this is the 4th drawing now, I chose to do a seal. So somebody suggested or put an emoji up of a seal, and I don't think I've drawn a seal before either. I couldn't tell you. I think I must have, but I genuinely can't remember. But yeah, this one was really difficult. I really didn't know what colors to use, and again I used a reference from Unsplash. I genuinely just had no idea what I was doing in this, and I wanted to add like these little splashes of environment. And yeah, I didn't do this for the whale because I didn't want the whale getting lost in the blue waters, so I kind of just left it as it is, just to like kind of move on and see what other colors I can test out. And yeah, so I chose to do this little seal, and he's gonna be purple and like have these like a bit more reddish tones as opposed to the puffin with the light grays and stuff. But yeah, the markers themselves are lovely. You don't have to shake them at all, so you can literally just start using them. I do sometimes give them a little bit of a shake if I haven't used them in a while, just so that it kind of like, you know, distributes more effectively. But you really don't have to pump, or you don't have to like shake, you don't have to do anything. They're just ready to go, and they're so juicy, honestly. Like, they do blend, but I prefer to just layer them because I think it just adds some interesting textures and things. Overall, I had a lot of fun with these markers. They are, because there's so many of them, it's just so easy to like create any picture. But yeah, here I'm showing you a bit more of the swatching process for the markers that I did of the old versus the new. And yeah, you can really see that the old markers are a lot darker than new. I don't know whether it's because maybe in the drawing process some of the old markers could have mixed in with something else and then created this dark shadow, but I do think it's unlikely because I have used them since and I've like tried to swatch them out before I did these swatches, so kind of like just to make sure that they are as clean as possible. But yeah, it's so interesting that they are a little bit different. I just chose some of the most popular colors from my set, the ones that I use the most, just to like test out the differences. And then for the last page that I'm going to be showing you guys is I chose to do a little portrait. So I rarely do people portraits, mostly, as you can see, I do animals these days, and I used to really enjoy drawing people. However, I did start to lose interest in it after going through a little bit of like an anime learning phase where I was just drawing anime girlies, and I really enjoyed it, and then I got really bored of it, so I kind of changed everything I was doing and moved back to doing animals again. And yeah, animals, like drawing animals, is such a pleasure. It's just like so much fun because you don't have to get every part perfect, because every animal is obviously very different and you don't have to have it like 100% perfect, so it will still look like the animal that you portray. And that's like the best part, because you can stylize them a lot more and like make them look the way that you want them, or like shape them the way that you want them. Yeah, I just find it very fun. But I wanted to try drawing a person just because, I don't know, I wanted to test how well I could do with these pens, just to see if I've progressed and like gotten better or not. And also you can see I've added a bunch of fruits and things around. That's because I was also suggested, like lots of people suggested like different types of fruits, so I just picked and chose different emojis that people dropped, and then I don't know, I just drew some of those out, and I think they add this like cute like fruity vibe. I've really enjoyed this page. Just to add little bit about what I've been doing lately. I've just come back from my homeland of Latvia, and yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I'm coming back with a new creativity flow. I took a little bit of a rest, and I'm happy to get back to my table and all my materials, and I'll for sure show you guys what I have been up to. And I'm so close of finishing my sketchbook, so that's so exciting. I've also brought back a bunch of stuff from my mum's house of my old work and some of my old sketchbooks and things, so maybe I should do like a little old versus new of my own work and show you what I used to do versus like the sketchbook work that I do now, maybe, if that's something that you'd like to see. And yeah, that's exciting. I looked through some of the stuff today, and it just gave me so much nostalgia of remembering how long I spent, how much time on just drawing all the time. And yeah, it's so fascinating how far I've come. And yeah, and all I can say is practice makes better, for sure. And with that, I'm gonna be saying goodbye for now. I hope to see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe like always. And yeah, thank you Arrtx again. I'll leave the links down below in the description. Make sure you check them out, and have a lovely day. Bye.